Well, this is my third day here at the dunes, and it is kind of late morning. This morning there were some clouds out, and I decided not to go out to the dune field because I didn't think that they would light up based on the type of clouds that they were. And I watched the sunrise, and they lit up a little bit, but nothing really worth shooting, so did pretty well by staying back at camp and just kind of resting up. I'm on the south side of the dune field right now, and I'm just kind of looking around to see if there's any other interesting compositions out here. Today's Saturday, and so hopefully there won't be any visitors because I really wouldn't want to have on my third day of waiting for the shot people come through and trample my composition. That wouldn't be too cool. But skies are clearing out now, so I have a feeling that today might be the day I actually get to take the photo, and that would be great because if I'm here for 4 days waiting to take one photo, it kind of gets old after a while. But keep scouting here and see what I can find. Well, I've returned here to the side of my camera up on this sand dune, and this is try number 3 for this photo. And the weather conditions are interesting today. We started out with clouds this morning, and then as we got kind of closer to noon, all those clouds kind of dissipated and went away. And now that we're in the late afternoon, the clouds have formed back up again, but these are the sort of clouds that are here because the mountains nearby are pushing the air up and is creating them. Which means also as I look towards my west, which is back over my shoulder there's some breaks low on the horizon because you got the mountains, you got a break of sky, and then you got the clouds just kind of forming above it. And as a result, these are the sort of clouds that hopefully the light will get under as the sun sets, and hopefully give me that last burst of light on the dunes. And then once that fades, maybe the clouds themselves will light up. So that's what I'm hoping for. Another little bit of information, I did see another car arrive, so I'm guessing some other photographers are here. I just hope that they don't walk down the dune face back behind my camera there and trample my shot, because this is day 3, and it'd be nice to walk away with something. Yeah, so that's life right there. So I got probably 2 hours or so until sunset, so I'm just gonna sit here for 2 hours. Good times. Well, that was a absolutely mad rush, and I'm out pulling out my my big video setup right now because I still have to take a picture here once the clouds light up. But man, I made 2 exposures. My heart's racing right now. Hopefully my exposure was good. I was kind of hurried setting it up, but man, that light moves fast. Sun was setting behind a mountain a little more in the foreground back over there. And so it really shot up the dune behind me really fast. I got that exposure done. Sure hoping that turns out, because I couldn't ask for better conditions. Clouds, sunlight. 3 days in the making. This is good times. Now, I gotta wait for my my next shot, which is when the clouds up over there have a chance of lighting up. So I installed a grad filter, and we'll see how that goes. Well, I just finished shooting a total of 4 sheets of film, and I don't even want to think about how much that cost me. But hopefully amongst them there is at least one that turned out pretty good. I started by taking a safety shot, and this is a technique I do quite a bit, where just before the light's getting pretty good, I'll take a safety shot just in case all else fell, so at least I'll have something to fall back on. And one of the considerations I had was on the kind of the right side of the shot. There was an area where there were some footprints that were visible, and I was waiting for that area to be in full shade, and so I took my safety shot before then. Then the sun was dropping behind some clouds, and as soon as the sun started to peek out again when it was really low on the horizon, I made another exposure, and then I noticed that as the sun was setting back behind kind of more of a foreground mountain, the top of the dune was in sun, and then the lower part more towards me was in shade, so I made an exposure then. And just kind of as an experimental exposure, I took a shot just after sunset. Well, that's maybe about 10-15 minutes after sunset, when foreground started getting kind of dark, and then there were some clouds in the background that they never really lit up, but I put a grad filter on there to help kind of control the sky a little bit. And so that might be kind of more of a moody shot. And also I think that shot might also minimize the footprints a little bit, because they'll be in kind of a darker area on the right side. But this is exciting. 3 days in the making, and hopefully among all those shots there's at least one that turns out pretty solid. So now I gotta start thinking about tomorrow. So I gotta pack things up, and I think I'm gonna relocate to the main part of Death Valley, to the main valley itself. And I imagine that the campgrounds over at Furnace Creek are gonna be absolutely filled. So I might head over to Stovepipe Wells. There might be some more slots there, but I gotta find a campsite somewhere, and then I'm gonna probably venture out onto some of the salt flats and see if I can find some shots over there. I don't think there's gonna be much clouds over the next few days, and it's gonna get a little bit warmer, so I'll have to plan on compositions that do not include clouds. But it was an absolute treat this evening to have the clouds and have the light work out just the way I wanted. Now time to head back to camp and make myself some dinner.